An electric night, incredible shooting, breakneck pace, super entertainment. I'm not actually entirely sure how the Jazz lost. 132-122 they did, though. We're talking about it next on POSTCAST. David Locke along with Ron Boone. And Ron, so we're tied heading into the fourth. I think we're tied kind of early in the fourth. Like, how the Jazz, I legitimately kind of looked up, and all of a sudden the Jazz were down 7. Like, what happened?
Well, David, you look at the stat sheet, it's definitely from the three-point line. I mean, you look at the numbers here. Field goal percentage is about the same. Both teams at 45 and 46 field goals. Free throws, 16 for 22. Jazz 13 for 21. How about assists? 36 and 39.
Wow, what a game.
So you would think that, boy, you have 39 assists, but it was the three-point shooting of the Hawks.
Pretty great game. I mean, if you want entertainment value, this one was absolutely through the roof. This was a terrifically played game on both sides. And let's get to what each team was doing. I was able to spend some time with Quinn Snyder today, so I was kind of prepared of what he believes he can do offensively. He really believes he can get this team up the floor quickly into an immediate action that gets you on your heels. You're on the wrong side of it. Now you're playing from a disadvantage. You're rotating. You're off. Is he really able to do that? Is that how they're able to score 132 points and have a 121 offensive rating?
Well, if they're going to have a good shooting night, absolutely. I mean, there was one player that had a great shooting night here for the Hawks, and the reason for that was because of the good looks he had. Nurkic, who's a player that can't go out and defend at the three-point line. He has to stay, down in as close to the paint as possible. And so, but for the most part, David, what they want to do, and Quinn just said that they push the ball up the floor and create a mismatch, and then there you got your ball movement. You're going to get a good shot somewhere.
5 minutes left in this game. Keontae George hits a 3 where it's a 1-point game. Okongwu hits another 3. He had a career high tonight. Lauri turns it over. Alexander Walker gets the steal off that pass. They rush out on a transition up by 5. Then Key turns it over. They get a foul. They are up by 7. I mean, that's how it happened. Back-to-back turnovers. One by Keontae, one by Lauri, and now it's kind of over. Like, they never get inside 7 again. So it's, the lesson I think is valuing possessions inside of this kind of, this is what gets tricky, is how inside this breakneck pace and electric basketball are you actually able to still take care of the ball, be smart, and not make mistakes.
Yeah. When a fast-paced ball game like this, you're trying to play at a certain speed and not make mistakes. And it just seems like it happens. I mean, teams that play in a half court, it's a little bit different story because you're setting screens and you're not playing so much of an up-tempo basketball game to where you're going to make multiple mistakes all the time. Fun to watch and very good ball game for the fans, I think. But, these kind of games can get away from you.
Here's how many possessions there were tonight, okay? The Jazz scored had 122 points. According to the quick check, their offensive rating was only a 110 tonight, which I think actually gets them kind of right at league average, or where league average sits right now. So that's crazy that we just saw that game with that kind of shooting. Actually, well below league average offense right now is a 116. So the Jazz offense was below average tonight. That tells you that is the kind of incredible pace that we're seeing. I think the reason the Jazz was below average is what was their final turnover number. 24 turnovers is an abysmal amount of turnovers, and that's probably what prevented them from doing it.
Jazz average 17,
and they're climbing the charts, by the way, unfortunately, right now. By the way, all of the Lola Blanket winners and Lola Blanket staff members on the court shooting free throws with Lola Blankets right now, Ron. If we had not,
maybe I should go down and shoot since I have one.
If you had not been gifted a Lola Blanket, would you leave POSTCAST right now and steal one of those beautiful blankets from someone and crush their night?
Steal it, but I might not be able to sleep tonight.
If you didn't have one?
If I didn't have one.
Well, you're awfully happy that you got one.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's talk about Lauri Markkanen because he makes me awfully happy.
Yeah.
He's incredible. I said we were at practice today. We were watching a really interesting drill they were doing, and I turned to you and I said, I still am overwhelmed by this thing right over here. And it was Lauri just shooting threes. I literally said to you that at practice today. I am blown away by this guy, Ron. He's incredible.
We know he can shoot. We know he's one of those guys that can get a shot off quickly. And how does he do it? And before the season started, when we had our one-on-one, I asked him that question. You know, when did you start to learn how to shoot where you catch it? Lacey should see this, huh? Watch out. Think I could walk down State Street and miss it? You know, ooh, this feels good.
That's mine, by the way.
Oh, is it yours?
Yes. It was the only one I had to handle. But somebody wanted you to start wearing the blanket, and I thought it was a wonderful idea.
And it's a jazz blanket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feels good.
Yeah. Okay, what were you saying?
I forgot.
All right, well, Ron recollects himself. Let me tell you who brings you today's show. Today's show is brought to you in part by FanDuel, the official sportsbook betting partner of the NBA and of Locked On. Get the first $5 bet wins. You win $300 in bonus bets. Join into the action during games. Try to find a same-game parlay, whatever it might be, to get into the action and have the fun each and every night with FanDuel. Combine it all for a shot for a bigger payout. Right now, FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets with their first $5 bet win. So head to FanDuel.com to sign up and play your game with FanDuel, the official sportsbook betting partner of the NBA. Today's show is also brought to you by Gusto. This is a fun little sponsor for me, by the way, because Gusto was the original people that we at Locked On hired when we were looking to have someone do our HR and all those things, when we were just an itty-bitty little startup before we got gobbled up by big corporate America. We didn't get gobbled up by big corporate. Well, we did get gobbled up by big corporate America. We just didn't get gobbled. Let's be real. No one starts a business for the joy of calculating tax withholding or managing payroll spreadsheets. That's where Gusto comes in to take the stress out of payroll, benefits, and HR so you can focus on running your business, supporting your team. Gusto is an all-in-one remote-friendly payroll and HR platform that makes managing your team simple, transparent, and fast. Whether you're hiring, onboarding, or paying employees, Gusto helps you do it all from one place without the hassle or hidden fees. Unlimited payroll runs for one monthly price, which means no surprise charges at the end of the month. Gusto's automated tool, like other offer letters, onboarding materials, and direct deposits, save hours every week. Try Gusto today at gusto.com/LockedOnNBA. Try for 3 months free when you run your first payroll. That's right, 3 months of free payroll at gusto.com/LockedOnNBA. One more time, that's gusto.com/LockedOnNBA. Ron Boone, wake up.
So, David.
Yes, Ron.
When you score as many points as the Jazz,
yeah,
and the Hawks scored, the Jazz starters did most of the damage tonight.
Yep.
Whereas the Hawks had some production off the bench. 20-point night there by Kirchie. But otherwise, you know, it was Lauri and Ace Bailey and 19 for George. So the starters, for the most part, did all the damage.
Yeah. All right, we were talking about Lauri because he's truly amazing.
Yes.
14 of his 15 field goals were assisted tonight. I think we really learned something from Will Hardy. Last year, they tried to make him do a bunch of things. They tried to play isolation at the elbow, and they just watched him in Europe, and they saw how he played, and they decided to actually use him to his strength. And he is playing with all of his strengths right now. He's playing pick and roll, catching the lane. He's coming off tight curls in the 2-point range. He's popping for threes, and he's playing off the ball, and he's getting rid of it fast. And that's what you were talking about before I got to the blanket, was how you talked to him about how fast he got shots off.
Well, he's gotten to the point, and I think he started this last year, and that was one of the reasons I asked him the question when we had our one-on-ones at the beginning of the year, is his ability to shoot where he catches the basketball. And, you know, if he's going to catch it shoulder high, I mean, shoots from that range, at the waist, he just catches and elevates. And that's a way of getting your shots off quickly. And when you're a 7-footer and shoots the way he does, that's a huge advantage.
Ace Bailey tonight, another 20-plus point game. His shot looks really smooth right now. He was 8 of 13, 4 of 7 for 3, had 21. What jumped out to you from Ace tonight?
Well, his confidence definitely is building. And
you're going to put my blanket on the ground. I let you borrow my blanket. Okay, that's enough out of you. There's no more support for. No. I don't trust putting it behind me. People are going to steal it. Okay, I'm holding my blanket. I'm holding my blanket over here all by myself. Okay, Ron, I was asking you about Ace Bailey's performance and what you're seeing out of the kid.
Offensively, I see good things. I see really good things. Defensively, still learning. And I'm not sure how much talking is going on out there and how much is I know Kevin Love will help guys like that, but I'm not sure how much talking and how much advice he's getting while he's on the floor, which could, because situations out there, if you tell someone a situation when it happens out there on the floor, next time he's going to be ready for it. So I'm not sure of that, but that's where that's where his minuses come in. I think the offensively he's doing a good job.
Yeah, he was minus 18 again tonight.
18, yeah.
All right, the Jazz lose this game because Okongwu goes crazy from three, but they also lose this game because Jalen Johnson, who is a rising star for the Atlanta Hawks, former 20 pick of the draft, had 31 points, 18 rebounds, 14 assists, and 7 steals. We believe no one has ever had that box score line in the history of the NBA. Can you please tell me what you saw to Jalen Johnson and what allows him to do that?
He was just in the right places. I mean, you can't play like that or put those numbers up if you don't fit the system. And I think that's where he's at right now. The fact that he was able to knock down what do you have? 4 or 5 from the 3-point line, but his rebounding, his assist. I mean, that's a floor game that you would think Magic Johnson or someone would come up with.
Magic's the only person who ever had 30, 15, 15, and 5.
Is
so,
that
yes,
right?
that's
Okay.
exactly right. He literally had a Magic Johnson line tonight.
Right.
The only player who's ever had a line close in the history of the NBA is Magic Johnson. Of what we watched
I
tonight.
didn't know that.
That's nuts.
Yeah. And Johnson is what, 6'7",
maybe 6'9", actually. Check.
I got him for 6'8".
Okay.
Yeah. So
pretty amazing. I mean, is he that special?
What did he do last night against?
He had a really good night. He's been doing this for a little while. The last 5 games, let me find my notes. In my last 5 games, without Trae Young, he's averaging 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists, shooting 59% from the floor, 38% from 3, and 93% from the free throw line.
That is a very respectable game, right there.
I just said he's shooting 59% from the field, 38% from the 3, and 93% from the free throw line in the last 5 games. Wow.
So Trae Young.
Yeah, that's the question.
You
want him? He's available.
Yeah.
You could get him for free right now. If the Jazz want Trae Young, they can have him. That is POSTCAST. Thank you very much. Thank you for the Lola blanket that Ron threw on the ground.
I did not.
He threw my blanket. I mean, I let him touch my... What do I do with him?
You tell Kimmy that I love sea bass.
Yeah, but not enough to give her your Lola blanket.
Boy, she can really cook sea bass.
Yeah.
It tastes so good.
Guess what? This is about the last 3 minutes in which this is my Lola blanket because I have a sneaky suspicion I know whose Lola blanket will be because that's coming home with me.
Yeah.
That is POSTCAST. Thank you to Lola for the blankets. We greatly appreciate it.
So
Stars tonight. Stars.
1 star it won't be.
I was mad at you. I forgot.
Did you see?
Steve Mikhailuk did not have a good night tonight.
Did not score.
No.
0 for 4. He didn't in 24 minutes. Did not get a lot of attempts. Bad night for him. So Lauri.
Ace Bailey or minus 19?
Bailey and
are we just giving to Ace minus 19 is okay for now? We'll eventually
we're going to have to start watching that pretty close. Okay. But I didn't think that Nurkic had a bad game.
He almost had a triple-double.
Yeah, so we'll go with him.
I mean, the only thing on Nurkic, I'd have to go look and see how many of those Okongwu threes are because Nurkic won't come out of lane.
Well, that's exactly it. I mean, because he can't go out and defend the perimeter, so it's
right.
And if you don't rotate and switch, then
I know Collier missed 2 free throws and a layup late, but I would still give him a note. I thought he changed the game.
That's where I was going to on the bench with 7 assists. So we got 3.
Lauri,
Markkanen, Nurkic, and Collier.
That is POSTCAST. Have a great night.